The Southern California Thoroughbred Racing Circuit is back at Los Alamitos with exciting daytime racing action through Sunday, September 21st. On Saturday, September 20th, we'll have the running of the Dark Mirage. Showcard won the exciting running last year. On this day, we'll also have our on-track handicapping contest with 2 berths to the National Handicapping Championship in Las Vegas. Daytime racing is back at Los Alamitos, continuing through Sunday, September 21st.
And welcome everyone to the Los Alamitos preview show. Another weekend of great doubleheaders here at Los Alamitos. And of course, we have our great panel here joining me for what should be a really, really fun weekend here at Los Al. George, Michael, Chris, great to have you here back. Michael, you made a quick turnaround, almost as quick a turnaround as Butter Homes and Garden, who will be racing in now one of our races here tonight, this weekend at Los Al, I should say. Great to have you back on the show, Michael. How was everything at Kentucky Downs?
Thanks, Orlando. It was a very exciting couple of weeks out there in Kentucky. And we finished last Wednesday. I was on a plane Thursday, and I was in the booth calling Friday afternoon races at Los Al, leading into the Saturday, Sunday doubleheaders. So can confirm a pretty sleepy Monday.
Yeah, for sure. And you did a fantastic job calling all the racing action. A lot of nice races last weekend. George, you also made a nice little trip here. You went bowling for the Maple Championships, and from what I understand, you and your partner, the Hitman, had a good outing out there.
Well, the Hitman had a good outing. He won one of the side pots. I did okay. I just did average, and average doesn't really make you money over there. You have to do it. You have to exceed what you normally average. So, but it was fun. I came back, did good at the races. I gave out that pick 4. That paid $765. Hit that a few times, and hit the 5 out of 6 too. That paid good. Missed out on the carryover on Sunday, but I'm excited for this week. I'm excited for the tournament. Looking forward to talking about the races.
Exactly. Yeah, that's right. We're going to have a NHC tournament on Saturday. Chris will be there as my right-hand man, signing people up and getting everyone situated for the contest. Chris, you gave out a winner last week, Warm Springs.
Yeah, the horse ran well, got bit down pretty harshly, but won rather handily. And you take what they give you. We got the job done, and it ran pretty nicely, and was part of the pick 6 that came. Pick 4 that came back very, very nice. So what are you going to do? You take what they give you.
Yeah, and this Saturday's racing action during the daytime at Los Alamitos, first post 1 p.m. will feature the running of the Dark Mirage and in a nice headliner, Nothing Like You, who won the 2023 Starlet here at Los Alamitos, will headline the field. And always great to have the inside of Bob Mazursky to give us a little bit more information on the Dark Mirage that runs this Saturday at Los Al. Here's Bob Mazursky with a preview of this great race.
Trainer Bob Baffert will try to win the Dark Mirage Stakes for the 3rd time in the last 4 years when he sends out 2 horses in the 1 mile race on the next to last day of the September meet. Nothing Like You is the odds-on favorite on Ed Burgart's morning line, and she is obviously the one to beat. She's got the class edge. She's been multiple graded stakes place and also was the winner of the Grade 2 Starlet over this track back in 2023. Her stablemate Udi comes off a disappointing performance in the Tranquility Lake last time, but she was a Group 1 winner and a native Argentina, so she must be respected as she stretches out. She certainly fits off her race 2 back when she was 2nd. Of the others, Get the Money might be an interesting pace play. She's stretching out for trainer Brian Corner, and I think she might be the one to catch. And Sakura Blossom will appreciate the return to dirt, as all 3 of her victories have come on the main track.
We had a good one in the E.B. Johnston last week with a repeat performance from a really good horse. Mano Rose was just superb, winning that race for the 2nd year in a row. We had some nighttime quarter horse stakes action. The Grade 1 Mildred Vessels Memorial Handicap. That was a really, really fun race. The winner in that one was Hot Temptation, getting the win there. It was Martina Riaga that was the winning rider of the Mildred Vessels. Hot Temptation, a horse that you spotted early on, right, George? You had your eyes on her for a while.
Yeah, I'm always a fan of the Reliance Ranch bred horses, and she when she got here, she performed well. She went to Ruidoso, run really well in that trial. Unfortunately, she couldn't run in the finals because had it canceled. But they came back here, and she passed the test of facing older mares. I mean, she dueled with her stablemate early, and then she proved best late. I mean, Arriaga took advantage of his opportunity to get into a good barn, and he made the most of it.
Yeah, we had talked in last week's preview show that only a handful of 3-year-old fillies had won this race over the past 25 years. But we talked about how it looked like there was a chance that another 3-year-old filly would do it. We're looking at Shaken going on the most. Well, it ends up being Hot Temptation that gets the job done. Then on Sunday, a 20-1 long shot by the name of SMI Valentine gets the job done in the PCQHRA Breeders' Futurity. That was quite a race. He broke on top, Michael, in a very strong race there for SMI Valentine.
Yeah, drifting in gradually throughout. There was a steward's inquiry, but no change was made, and the 20-1 upset stood. Toby Sis narrowly defeated, but it was her first career defeat, and coincidentally, Shaken Going On was losing for the first time at Los Alamitos, so a couple of win streaks locally came to an end in those two stakes races.
Yeah, I did have a chance to talk to Dan Farias, the winning trainer of SMI Valentine. Here's what he had to say following the race.
I've been having horses with me for a very long time. Now that we came back again, they're like, oh, let's try it again. Let's bring some more horses to the racetrack. And we qualified with this horse. We got lucky when he drew the 10 hole. I was like, wow, we actually have a chance now. I've been very lucky with the 10 hole, always. And it's been a pattern. I've had horses that were maidens and broke their maidens in big races off of the 10 hole.
The way the horse broke seemed to break fast. There was an inquiry, but it looked like maybe you got bumped on the rear as you were leaving. Kind of took you towards the inside, so it was kind of close there at the end. But once again, gutsy performance, right?
Yes, I was actually at the beginning, I was worried, but when I seen the replay, I seen my horse actually broke out, and that 9 horse followed me. So I was like, okay, maybe he didn't have nothing to do with this. And when I seen him, yeah, he was bearing in, but he didn't get in front of nobody, so he didn't bump nobody or anything. I was like, I think we'll be fine.
Tell me about the progression of this horse. You mentioned that you like the post position, you like where the horse drew. This was, I believe, the 6th start for this horse, right? But tell me about the progression that the horse had.
Yeah, the horse is actually, he was a little bit green. Every race since the beginning, he showed he had ability. Little by little, he got better and better and better, and he was always driving the inside, drew the 2 hole. He was running still good from the inside, but I was like, hopefully we get a good hole here, and sure enough, that made a difference today.
So Dan Farias, he was talking about, he had been training a while ago for Santos Montemayor, and he's the winning owner and breeder of SMI Valentine. He's been around for a very, very long time. I did some research on Mr. Montemayor. That was his richest stakes win here at Los Alamitos. So congratulations to him and his breeding program. He's been around Los Al for a while, always a big supporter with some nice horses. So it's good to see him get the big money here on a nice futurity. We did have some good news here at Los Al, some big news as well, because we got some big stars that have arrived here at Los Alamitos. On the grounds now, All-American Derby winner FDD Dreams is here at Los Al, as is Ruidoso Futurity winner Political Twist, who ran 2nd in the All-American Futurity. They're both here at Los Alamitos getting ready to race. Political Twist will be, looks like we'll be seeing him in the trials too. The Golden State Million Futurity on October the 4th. And All-American Derby winner FDD Dreams. Looks like he's headed to the Champion of Champions, but before he does that, perhaps make a stop to compete in the trials to the Los Alamitos Super Derby. George, FDD Dreams, where would you rank him nationally as far as the top quarter horses in training right now?
I would say he's the clear number 1. I mean, the other ones have bad form. His people maybe have thought he maybe lost a step when he lost the trial to the All-American, but then he came back in the final and showed that he's still the best 3-year-old. And I think if he shows up he's been running. He's going to win the Super Derby and be the favorite in the Champion of Champions. I'm really high on him. I'm also high on Political Twist. They're trained by one of the best young trainers in the country, and that La Feliz Montaña has really good breeding. They have a really good farm there. They know what they're doing, and it's a barn I respect, and I expect big things from them.
Yeah, our racing secretary, George Iniguez, told me earlier today that he met Xavier Rodriguez. He was out here checking out his horses and paid a visit to the racing office while here. So looking forward to meeting him as well. We'll have to pay a visit to his barn as we get closer and closer to those big races. But Chris, FTD Dreams already here. What a tremendous 3-year-old, and we'll see what happens with horses like Impressum. We saw Scoop's Dynasty get into the Champion of Champions. Stanley Cartel worked on Wednesday, so he's getting ready for the Robert Boniface, perhaps a face-off with Impressum. So that older division is getting really good here at Los Al, and of course, the big names for the Champion of Champions starting to arrive here at Los Alamitos. Chris, you watch all these big races, big horses across the country. Your thoughts on FTD Dreams?
Well, what can you say? This guy, so talented, as noted by George, came back and won the big dance and did it rather handily, and a very, very impressive figure on my charts. But come to Los Alamitos, you got some monsters in tow. Scoop's Dynasty, thought he was going the wrong way when he come back to upset the apple cart here recently, a couple weeks ago, and earned a very good figure on my numbers. Of course, Impressum is got a big look at the outcome against quality opposition. If he draws the outside post, his favorite area, he's got a big look there as well. So we got some quality horses on the shipping, but we got some of our own Los Al horses that will be right there throughout against this quality shippers coming on the way in.
And don't forget the allowance winner on the weekend, Jericho, back in action. And
Yes.
he was motoring in the last 16th of a mile of that 400-yard allowance. And that was a nice little tune-up for a very talented racehorse. So he could take a hand in all of these big races towards the Champion of Champions.
Yep. That's a great point, Michael. So that means that the Robert Boniface, we could be seeing Jericho, Impressum, Scoop Dynasty, Stanley Cartel, perhaps the return of London Toby coming back, Cattail Cove, who won the Spencer Childers, the renewed confidence on Cattail Cove, of course, drinking from the fountain of youth as he continues here at Los Alamitos. So it's shaping up for sure to be a potentially really, really juicy running of the Robert Boniface in just a few weeks here at Los Al. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back and get right into your selection, gentlemen, right here on the Los Alamitos preview show. We'll be right back.
After a record sale weekend in 2024, the 2025 Los Alamitos Equine Sale returns with another tremendous catalog featuring the top bloodlines in quarter horse racing. The two-day sale is set for Saturday, October 4th and Sunday, October 5th, starting at noon Pacific each day. Recent catalogs have included the Millionaire Champion Lethal Cowboy 123, 2025 Grade 1 Edbert Million winner Jess I'm Worth It, Grade 1 finalist Accelerated, and so many more. Find the horse of your dreams at the Los Alamitos Equine Sale, October 4th and 5th. Ed Allred, Quarter Horse Racing's all-time leading breeder, has another great consignment of yearlings at the Los Alamitos Equine Sale, October 4th and 5th. Allred has consigned the following favorite cartel yearlings. Hip 82, a full sister to Grade 1 winner London Toby. Hips 96 and 97, full siblings of the Grade 1 winner Circle City. Hip 105, a full sister to 3 graded stakes winners. Hips 165, 166, and 167, full siblings out of the Great Broodmare Up For It. Don't miss Ed Allred's great consignment at the Los Alamitos Equine Sale.
And we are back for the second segment here of the Los Alamitos preview show. It's time for some selections, and we'll begin with George Duarte's pick here for the Saturday night program. George, what do you got for us?
I looked at this race number 3, and I saw an opportunity for a horse that hasn't won in a while. You have the favorite, the 1 Honorable Gal. It's their first time at this distance. Even though I do like the rail for first timers at this distance, I'm just willing to take a chance against her. Then you have the 2 Secret of War, who's off form. The 3, she ran good against. She took the dropping class, ran good. and now it's trying this distance, but I'm not that keen on her. Queen of the Track, I thought ran well in her lone try 3-back at this distance when beating my pick. Then you got a Storm Doro, who has just been repeatedly outfinished in the last 3. I just don't like her where she's progressing into. And there leaves my horse, the horse I like, Run Auntie T Run. First off the claim, they stretched her out. It worked. I think one of her last wins or one of her last good efforts was on a stretch out similar. I think that's what they were thinking. But she tired. They're coming back to this distance where I think she is better suited. Her best efforts are from the outside. And one of the key things that usually you don't get in the straightaway is a weight break. And Salvador Vargas has that 7-pound weight break. And I think that's a really big advantage. I remember when they first started doing these 2.5s, I just kept betting all the apprentice riders that were running in it because it's just such an advantage. That's why when you see like in the daytime meet, typically the apprentice riders get the speed horses because the theory is they have lighter weight on them. They're going to break better out of the gate, and then they're gonna last a little longer because of the weight break. So I think she's gonna get the slip on these. I think she's gonna be up front. These other ones that haven't experienced this distance are gonna be a little off guard, and I think she's gonna be up there with Storm Doro, and she's gonna easily outfinish that one, and then try to hold off the closers along the inside. And at 3-1, I think she's probably gonna float up. I don't think she's gonna be 3-1. And I just think with the price that she's going to offer, with that weight break that most people don't consider, I think is a really good play in the pick 4.
And Run Auntie T Run from post number 6, trainer Jorge Farias. He has been on fire over the past couple of months here at Los Al. Overall for the meet, he's winning at 21%. But man, he seems to get in the winner's circle with quite regularity here at Los Al since this summer. So there's the 6, Run Auntie T Run. That's George Duarte's selection for this Saturday. We have a good 8-race program starting at 6:45. Next up, Michael Rona returning with a selection here. It's good to have you back, Michael. Let's hear. What do you got for us?
I'm looking at the 6th race at 300 yards. It's a 2-year-old maiden. And the debut at 110 yards of number 4, Apolitical Tell, went straight onto my watch list. It's not too often I get excited about 110-yard races from a future form standpoint, but I really liked how this horse hit the wire and galloped out after some bother early. In fact, significant trouble leaving the gate.
Okay, well, let's take a look at that replay. Won't take long because it is, like you mentioned, a 110-yard race. So we might even have a chance, Michael, to take a look at the head-on as well for this replay. So, and remind us where Political Tell is breaking from.
He's horse number 6, post position 4 because of a couple of scratches, but he's the 6th horse. He breaks inwards. He's off awkwardly, and the race is over, of course, in an instant, but he got up and finished 2nd and continued with a very strong gallop out all the way to the back stretch. And when I look at his breeding and I see that he's by Tel Cartel, whose stock are developing and improving with some seasoning and longer distances, I just think there's a lot of upside here for trainer Matt Fales and owner Dan Wells. When you show us the head-on, Orlando, you'll see the full extent of how awkwardly he came out of the gate.
Here comes the head-on here for this race number 8 with Apolitical Tell. Again, breaking from that outside post.
Yeah, and as George noted in the trouble notes, the horse actually hit the left-hand side of the gate as he broke inwards. And even on this head-on replay, if you keep it rolling, Orlando, you'll see how far ahead of the pack he is going around the turn. Just keep in mind that this was 110 yards and the race on Saturday night is 300 yards, and the 2 horses drawn on his outside have not shown any gate speed to date. So if Cesar Franco can get this horse out straight, I think that he will be very strong. He's going to love the extra yardage, and that's why I'm making him the selection. Now, I will say that I am a little surprised and disappointed that he's the morning line favourite. He's 2-1. I was guessing that the 2-horse coming in from a couple of trial placings in Riadoso for Christopher Odell, a horse who costs more than 300,000 as a yearling,
Special says.
might be the one that that Ed made the favourite. And I'm quite scared, quite nervous of this horse. In fact, it was only on last week's preview show, which I did watch even though I wasn't in it, that Ed made an excellent winning selection of a horse coming out of gate 1 who had form in New Mexico. And this horse, Special Sesson, has had a turn and work locally. There's seemingly strong form lines surrounding both of his starts at Riadoso to date, beaten just a neck by subsequent winner Dr. Holy Roller most recently, and the debut third, the horse that finished second, came out and won next time. So this is a scary prospect, and I was thinking that, well, no one's going to really notice a 110-yard race, and we might get some decent odds here, but of course it's Ed Burgard, isn't it? So I don't know what I was thinking, imagining that I might get half a decent price. But anyway, Apolitical Tell was the eye catcher for me from the standpoint of local races, and so I'm going to make him the pick. But the 2 definitely is a scary prospect.
Yeah, we were just talking about that last week with Ed Burgard, that he just does not miss a thing. Just never misses a thing. You know, when you try to play against them, do it at your own risk, because his morning line is so accurate, reflecting what the final odds will be. So that's Michael Rona's selection for this Saturday. It is in race 6, number 4, Apolitical Tell, 2-1 for Wells Racing. Always great to see Dan Wells continuing to participate, the son of the great Mimi Wells, who ran so many superstars here at Los Alamitos over the years.
Tel Cartel, of course, carried Mimi's colours to victory in multiple derbies in my first season on the job at Los Alamitos in 2020. I was a huge fan of Tel Cartel, and I'm glad to see him starting to get some horses that are developing and really improving the deeper into their season they get. And I remember Tel Cartel had Mimi's white with the blue sleeves, and this horse, Apolitical Tell, carries Dan's colours. When I see Dan Wells's colours, my mind goes to Capture the Sea. He was such a great horse for Dan. Yeah. What a terrific money spinner he was over so many seasons around the turn. But anyway, you're right. It's just great to see the family lineage and tradition being carried on by Dan.
Yeah, and you can see right there the breeder of Apolitical Tell is Martha Wells. Mimi Wells, the sire, Tel Cartel, like you mentioned. And of course, Matt Fales trained Tel Cartel to all those big victories. So very cool, Michael. So again, the 4 Apolitical Tell is Michael's selection for Saturday night here in race number 6. That leaves that Chris way. Chris, what do you bring into us? We have a 110-yard race coming up. Is this where you land, Chris?
Yeah, I landed the outside horse. Of course, I thought I was going to get there 8-5, 7-5 maybe, but of course, Mr. Ed Burgard misses nothing. And horse coming back in 7 nights. One of my favorite angles, a quick comeback. Horse is 2 for 2 with distance. Butter Homes and Gardens comes out of a very strong Million Vessels 4th place finish. Was breaking okay and skiing in, but finished pretty well with all factored in. And with all the numbers, this horse is a big look at the outcome as my top choice, but as a very, very short number with all factored in. But I
don't feel so bad about picking a 2-1 shot now.
Yeah, it makes you feel better with my Better Homes and Gardens at short price of 3-5. Figures to be triple tough tonight, coming back quickly, and 2 for 2 at the distance, and normally very, very quick for Lane Andrade, and has a big look at the outcome, albeit at a short price. Sorry about that, fellas.
Chris, we named your selections the slice of the pie selections because you were going with these prize plays, just about every week. But this one gets the crumb from the pie selection from Chris Wade.
Well played,
Yeah.
Orlando.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. I thought I'd get a little bit better price, but that's just the way it worked out. But coming back quickly and draws well and loves the yardage. So big look at the outcome, albeit at a very, 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 one more time, very short number.
Well, you got to get winners, right? So we want to see some winners. We want to provide the public with some opportunities to cash, and you're doing that, Chris. So I'll give that to you. No problem at all. I'd rather get a short price winner than have to rip my ticket if I don't hit it. Plus, it's something like that we sometimes talk about for the handicapping contest. We do have some races, a minimum amount of races that you want to play in some kind of mandatory races, right? Sometimes some players will just kind of find a horse like that, 3 to 5, bet the horse, try to cash, and boom, they've checked one of their mandatory races and build their bankroll a little bit. So horses like Butter Homes and Garden, even though it is a short price, they do have some value in like the contest. Of course, this is a different thing because it's a nighttime race. But sometimes we do see that kind of play when we have the contest. So one thing that we mentioned is the quick turnaround for Butter Homes and Garden from the last time this horse ran. So I texted Elena Andrade, just asked her a few questions, and she gave me a tremendous response as to why or her thinking on bringing back Butter Homes and Garden. So here it is. This is a quote from Elena Andrade. The quick turnaround is because not often does she get to run short and against fillies since she has run through her conditions. I told her owners that with their horses, I've been lucky enough to have the versatility to go short or long with them. Jessica Cruz, Cuz Lightyear, and Butter Homes and Garden have been solid at any distance. Butter Homes and Garden has the mentality to bring her right back. I thought about putting Jessica Cruz right back as well, but mentally, she didn't think that it would fit Jessica Cruz. I think it would get her so much more amped up for future races, and it would cause some more problems for her in the gates. But Jessica Cruz outbroke the Mildred Vessels field easily. I just don't want to take a gamble of trying to calm her down for the next race. So as she noted, we've talked about it here, Jessica Cruz has won at just about every distance from 110 yards all the way to 400 yards. And Butter Homes and Garden has a 350-yard stakes win, has won at 110 yards a couple of times as well. And now that she pointed it out, it is true. Elena Andrade gets these horses sharp at 110 yards. Horses like Cuz Lightyear, who ran second to Jericho, may have been his first out here at Los Al. That was at 110 yards, if I remember. And of course, that horse ran at 440 yards at Ruidoso Downs in races in the All-American type races. So Elena Andrade, I think, uses this 110-yard races with a purpose to get these horses sharp, ready to go, and is going to do just that with Butter Homes and Garden. Plus, she gets to run against fillies, like she pointed out. So there's a little bit of background as to why the quick turnaround for Butter Homes and Garden. So going into race number 7. So Chris Wade, once again, hope you get lots of crumbs here with your selection, race 7, number 5, Butter Homes and Garden. Well, that's a good look at the Saturday night program. As a reminder, we do have doubleheader action here at Los Alamitos, 1 p.m. first post for the daytime, and first post at night will be 6:45 p.m. Guys, thank you so much for the great selections. A lot of fun to be joined by you here today, and we're looking forward to a great weekend of action. To everybody else watching us, thank you so much, and hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye, guys.
Ed Allred, Quarter Horse Racing's all-time leading breeder, has another great consignment of yearlings at the Los Alamitos Equine Sale, October 4th and 5th. Allred has consigned the following favorite cartel yearlings. Hip 82, a full sister to Grade 1 winner London Toby. Hips 96 and 97, full siblings of the Grade 1 winner Circle City. Hip 105, a full sister to 3 graded stakes winners. Hips 165, 166, and 167, full siblings out of the great broodmare Up For It. Don't miss Ed Allred's great consignment at the Los Alamitos Equine Sale. After a record sale weekend in 2024, the 2025 Los Alamitos Equine Sale returns with another tremendous catalog featuring the top bloodlines in quarter horse racing. The 2-day sale is set for Saturday, October 4th and Sunday, October 5th, starting at noon Pacific each day. Recent catalogs have included the Millionaire Champion Lethal Cowboy 123, 2025 Grade 1 Edbert Million winner Jess I'm Worth It, Grade 1 finalist Accelerated, and so many more. Find the horse of your dreams at the Los Alamitos Equine Sale, October 4th and 5th.